Welcome to Wheelchair Wisdom. It's been a while. For today, I want to talk about entrepreneurship and the idea of we're really grown as a society to be an employee mentality. So it's really weird for people to really think outside the box and think about getting, a corporation created, or think about insurances that come with it, or different things. Because when we come up as children, there's a curriculum, there's a plan for us, we're following the plan. As long as we do what everybody tells us to do and we get good grades, everything's going to be great. We're going to have all of these phenomenal opportunities. But at the end of the day, that's all programming us to be employees. That's all programming us to fall into the recipe of society, which is not a terrible thing. And I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing for anybody who doesn't have the dream to be an entrepreneur or to go after different things. You need to have passion, vision, and discipline if you want to be your own entrepreneur, if you want to do your own thing. You also have to be able to, cope with fear. But at the end of the day, that's what society does to us. Our parents usually drive it into us because they don't know how to do entrepreneurship. They don't know how to start businesses and create, an actual vision and things like that. So at the end of the day, it's supernatural for most of society to struggle with moving forward and think about wanting to be an entrepreneur for their life but never actually take the plunge. So then, if you think about it, it's super easy, actually, to do a lot of the things that you need to do. It's way easier than most of the certificates and most of the things you've already done in your life. The difference is you actually have to seek out the recipe yourself. Or, with today's day and age, there's a lot of people that help other people get there. So it can be similar to college. It's interesting, people will pay for something that society already has ingrained in it without blinking an eye. They'll spend 200 grand on education that might not even be useful. Hopefully it is, but might not be. But then when it comes to trying to figure out how to get over those boundaries or get past those barriers and having someone help them that isn't something that's, mainstream media or what we're all used to, they really struggle to get outside their comfort zone and justify that. It doesn't make any sense to them. But let me ask you, who created a college professor? Who created what we have for society and our structure and how everything works? People did. So as we go through evolution and things change, I think society will get better and better at focusing in on the things that they actually need to know and need to learn, and hopefully start to follow their paths more clearly, rather than being an employee mentality and just going to work. The American economy is changing anyways, because a lot of our factory jobs and the jobs where you could just be an employee are not as abundant or as fruitful or pay the bills as good as they used to, because unfortunately global economics is completely shifting that. And really, it's almost hard to compete if you're like myself and you believe wholeheartedly in, having everything done here, putting value back into the States, making sure we take care of our people and feed our people. At the end of the day, it's hard for businesses to compete against that, because it's ridiculous the cost savings that an organization can feel from paying for, a lower income at a third world country where they're still figuring out how to get out of, third world, So have a good day. I hope this is helpful. And I haven't done Wheelchair Wisdom in a while. This was a long one. See ya.